Round two, we have the choice again. We're playing first. Yes, we are keeping. Great hand. I think I'd still rather open with the Nyx Smith rather than the Skull Cleaver. Maybe not anymore. Guess it depends on if he attacks us or not. If he attacks us, we're going to be feeling real good. No 2-drop. All right. Going for the Nyx Smith then. So I will trade a 3-1 for a Sedge Scorpion. Because it didn't actually cost us anything. It cost us a little bit of mana, but trading that for a Sedge Scorpion to me feels like a good deal. So if I get a land, I almost want to do the Kragma Warcaller first. Because then all my future Minotaurs have haste, but I guess that's kind of redundant with him. But I still think we want to open with the Warcaller. If we get a land. Otherwise, I guess we just play the Pensive Minotaur maybe or something. Uh-oh. Ari Worshippers is pretty good. Might need to get rid of that fella. Let's do the Kragma Warcaller and then pass. Then if we get a land, we can actually do Minotaur, double Minotaur next turn, which is pretty good. Or we can just do Pensive instead as well. All right, Nylea's Presence, so perhaps Devotion or Fixing for a third color. Sylvan Caryatid, all right. Well, if I were him, I would have attacked with Ari Worshippers, I think, pre-combat, because I would have been, I don't know if I would have blocked, because I really wouldn't have wanted to lose my more Warcaller, so I'm glad he didn't. Land? Not quite. Let's do the Emissary. Like I could do the Pensive Minotaur, but I'm trying to set myself up for a double Minotaur turn. So the more stuff I get out there in the meantime, the better I'm feeling about that. Alright, fairly big dude. Let's see if we get that land. Not quite. Well, we can nuke the Sedge Scorpion, play Pensive Minotaur, and attack. But then I guess he could double block the Emissary. But either way, I do feel like killing the Sedge Scorpion is the right move. Alright, so I think we just spray the Scorpion, get rid of that. And then we drop a Pensive Minotaur, and we swing with it, and see if he trades his dude for it. I mean, I don't want to attack with Perforos's Emissary because he could just double block it and not lose anything. So if we do Pensive Minotaur, he doesn't really have a good block. I don't want to attack with Warcaller yet either. I'm not ready for that. Not quite at that range yet. But a Pensive Minotaur, no problem. I'll trade that off for... I'd definitely trade it off for a Thunderhoof. Alright, he's making the trade. It's a fine trade for me, I think. Could have a pump spell, but I'm going to have to deal with a pump spell. Alright. It's a good card for him to have, since it buffs and everything too, but I'm just going to have to live with the loss, I think. Still need a second black source before I can do Silence the Believers. So hopefully I find that eventually. I mean, I guess this card only gets more devastating later, so... return each creature. So he's got 5 islands, which means my entire team is going to be bounced. Okay. It seems pretty powerful. Excuse me. Sorry about my throat. So, yep, I would say that's a complete and utter game changer. Absolutely. 6 land, turn late, unfortunately. A turn late. How do I not die? 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 I think we're going to lose this game. I don't know what else to say. If we'd gotten the 6th land, we maybe had a different story, but I think this game is actually just over. Yep. That is game. All right, pretty devastating defeat there. Uh, Very harsh fashion. Just got wrecked by Scourge of Fleets. Missing that sixth land made a huge difference, I think. So let's see here. What can we do against guys that are very good and strong and defeat us like that? What can I possibly do against getting my entire team bounced? Could steal his guy, but that seems late. This might actually be good in this match. Yeah, having the Silence the Believers, I think, was the real slap in the face and being unable to play it. Alright, so we could play Conscriptor to steal his dudes. Does that seem like a good idea? Does it seem like something I want to do? Not especially. He's got good... I think the thing is he's got good blockers regardless, so stealing his fat is probably... I mean, attacking into his Scorpions, I guess, not that big of a deal with his own guy. Is he going to trade them both off? That's still good for me. Conscriptor could be very good in this match. I'm just trying to find a realistic way to put it in here and cut something that's less than relevant. And I'm not sure exactly what that is yet. Getting my whole team bounced is really harsh. Really harsh. Absolutely no idea what to bring Conscriptor in for. Absolutely no clue. Hmm. I don't want to take out Minotaurs. I don't really want to take out spells. Cast into Darkness is still good because you get rid of one of his fatty blockers. Rollicker's still good because it turns on the Conscriptor, which I need. Honest to God, just can't make a decision on it. Let's just not bring him in, I guess. I can't decide. So we'll play first. We'll keep this. A wee bit slow, but we'll try our best. Okay, opponent mauls to 6. That was a good draw. That was a good draw too. All right. Let's get the boar out there. If we get a land next turn, getting that Cragmaw Warcaller would be huge. Would be absolutely huge. But We'd still get a Cavern Lampad at worst, I guess. Which, this alongside the boar, hopefully is enough Intimidate to just get in and win. No plays. Interesting. Yeah, I think we have to go for the Skull Cleaver here. Could have Sudden Storm. Yeah, it's pretty harsh. So he's going to eat our Spear Point Oriad, probably. Take 9? Doesn't make any sense. Maybe he was worried about a first strike trick. Or maybe it's because he knows we're tribal? That could be it too. Alright. Thunderhoof. At least we still get to get in with our Blade Tusk Boar. Yeah, so I guess we just get in with Boar and then drop a Cavern Lampad. That way if he deals with one of them, can't really deal with the other one. He's one land away from his Scourge of Fleets, though, and he's going to be able to bounce my team again, but sadly I just cannot do a damn thing about it. Just not getting my second red source. This looks familiar. I have a feeling he's just going to bounce our team again. Well, maybe not. Alright, so we'll block his dude with our Spear Point so we don't take a million. Alright, good. I'm glad we won that game because we seriously would have lost to the Scourge thing again. We need to see better mana distributions, unfortunately. Game 1 didn't see the black, Game 2 didn't see the red, so hopefully Game 3 we just get the right mana we need. I still don't think I want to bring in Conscriptor, although it would have been pretty sexy that game, admittedly. I think his guys are big enough where Anger's just not good. He's got the 3-4. I don't think that's what we want to do. I think we just got to stay to the same plan and get a nice turn progression going. He's definitely playing first. Yeah, we're going to keep this. Having the Cast into Darkness is actually kind of nice. And the Satyr Nyx Smith is always good. Alright, so we've got the Magma Spray for the Sedge Scorpion. That's pretty good as well. Could also Cast into Darkness it, but I think the Cast into Darkness is going to be more useful at a later time. So I kind of don't want to Magma Spray the Sedge Scorpion right now, to be honest, because of the Satyr Nyx Smith. I want to set myself up so Satyr Nyx Smith gets in. So basically, if he plays a creature this turn, I'd rather kill that and be able to get in with Nyx Smith, but we'll see how realistic that is. Or try to bestow or cast something on the Scorpion, I guess, and I can spray it. Either way. Alright, I guess we'll spray the Scorpion now. Alright, Tromper's not a huge deal. Land here would be nice. Not quite. Alright, so maybe he attacks with Tromper, drops a creature, and then we can Cast into Darkness it and get in with both again. I wouldn't mind being on the Nyx Smith plan if we could still make land drops, but missing our land drop here is actually really harsh. And we've already missed 2 turns of land drops, so this makes game number 3 in the match that we're having more mana issues, sadly. I really do hate the mana issues, especially when it's kind of a challenging match, regardless. But hopefully he just drops 1 creature, and then we can Cast into Darkness it. Alright, so we'll Cast into Darkness that. God, that's frustrating. That is really frustrating. I might as well have just dropped the Rollicker, to be honest. I'm never going to bestow it. Probably just chump block with it. Save myself some damage since it's a close race regardless. Oh, there goes our Nyx Smith. Fortunately, I don't have any 7 drops in my deck, so I don't think Riddle of Lightning, even if we had our second red source, would win us this game. Yeah, I think it honestly took 3 games worth of mana issues to make us get in this position where we're going to lose. It really did. It took that much. Unfortunately, it's really disappointing. Really felt like I was feeling good this game, but just mana issues again, unfortunately. We're playing 17, so really shouldn't have been missing our land drops, definitely. Really no reason we should have been missing them, but out of my control, unfortunately, so it's the way it's got to go down, I guess. All right. See you in round 3. I hope we get some better mana distributions.